Hey guys, back again with another Thrill Me Thursdays tag from Hey Isn't That Devon Graham, one of my friends and a great channel. And his tag this week for Thrill Me Thursdays is Top 5 Horror Remakes. Now, I have not seen every horror movie remake ever because I have not seen, like, Let Me In. I haven't seen the Crazies remake. I've seen a lot of big ones, but I haven't seen every single one of them, so some of them might not be on here. But for my top 5 that I have seen, my number 5 would be the 2006 Hills Have Eyes, which to me, the original Hills Have Eyes is serviceable. It's fine. It's a fine movie, but it's not like anything spectacular. And I thought that this remake was a little closer to that. Like I felt like the grittiness of the remake to me made me love it even more than the original, which the original, again, is fine. Like, it's not bad at all. It's just not one that I typically go to rewatch. This remake, I'd rather watch more, and that's why I put it at my number 5. Like, it's a good remake, but it's not my favorite horror remake, but it is a very good one that a lot of people will prefer over the original. Number 4 would be the Last House on the Left remake. The original Last House on the Left, I think I've only seen it one time, and I really didn't care for it. I thought it was just utterly average. Like, and people are going to hate me for saying this, but man, I just didn't really care for the original Last House on the Left. The remake, however, I thought was what the original was trying to be, gritty and brutal, and it felt like they did exactly what the original did, but in a better way. Because, like I said, the original Last House on the Left is not a terrible movie, in my opinion. I just don't think it's a great one. I think it's just okay, and I think that the remake is way more better than that one, in my opinion. Number 3, Evil Dead. The pseudo-remake, because it is still in continuity, but it is the same story again, but with different characters. So it is a reimagining, I guess. But Evil Dead 2013, I think, in terms of gore, is fantastic. In terms of the main character, Mia is really great. The other characters are good. In terms of visuals, this is incredible, and I think that the original Evil Dead is fantastic as well, and I think that it's better than this one. But this one, it still is so close to that one, and you can't say that about most remakes, that they're close to the original. I feel like this one is very close to Evil Dead, the original, or The Evil Dead. I think that it's very close because they both have different strengths that are very, very well done. Like, the original, I felt like had a very gritty outlook on how it was filmed and shot because of their low budget. It made it scary and effective. In this one, it is more glossy, but it is beautiful. The use of gore is fantastic, and the cinematography is fantastic in this one, too. So this one, I think, is close to the original Evil Dead, but it's a fantastic remake or reimagining. So, love the Evil Dead 2013. Number 2, and I have not seen the original for this, so I don't know if I feel like that's kind of prejudiced to say this, but The Thing from 1982, of course, is one of the best horror movies ever, and people say that all the time. I have not seen The Thing from Another World, which is the original movie, and I have not seen that. I have no idea really what it's. I mean, I've seen like clips of it, but I've never seen it all the way through. So this is the only movie on the list where I've not seen the original. And in just terms of this movie, like, in terms of how great this movie is, of course everyone loves this movie. Of course everything about it is fantastic. Everything people usually think about it, I think about the same way with this movie in particular. So not much else to say about The Thing, but it is a fantastic movie. And I haven't seen the original, but I think if I watch the original, I feel like this one will still overtake it. Number 1 would be The Fly from 1986, starring Jeff Goldblum and Geena Davis. The original Fly with Vincent Price, I think, is actually pretty solid and pretty cool, and I do like it a lot. But it is a product of its time, where it's like, whenever he turns into the Fly in the original, it's just like he's wearing a hood, he's wearing like a thing over his face, and then she lifts it up, and it's just a fly head, like a fake fly head, as opposed to this one where it's gritty and gross, where like you see every bit of transformation that Jeff Goldblum goes through in the movie. The original, I think, is a good movie. It's actually solid and kind of creepy in a lot of moments. Like the ending, I think, is actually really creepy. But this one, in terms of upping the ante, in terms of some of the best visual effects ever. Speaking of this and The Thing, two very, very incredible visual effects movies, or practical effects, where they have practical effects overtake visual effects in terms, like, I feel like these two movies in particular are some of the best practically made movies ever. And this one in particular is just a fantastic movie with a fantastic story with fantastic performances. The original is good, and I do like it, but this remake blows it out of the water. One of the best remakes ever is The Thing from 1986. And that is my top 5 horror remakes. Brought to you by the tag Thrill Me Thursdays by Hey Isn't That Devon Graham. He's going to make a playlist of all of our videos, so check them all out. And thank you guys so much for watching.